afternoon. Today, we finish our lesson on conic sections dealing with the equations of ellipses. Last week, we discussed the equations of circles. In the week before, we discussed the overall introductory lesson to conic sections. Concepts and objectives. Identify the equation. Find the center, x radius, and y radius. Find the major and minor axes. Find the foci and focal length. Write the equation of an ellipse. Parts of an ellipse: center, vertices, major axis, minor axis, and foci. Standard form. The standard form of an ellipse center at HK is x minus h squared over r sub x plus y minus k squared over r sub y equals 1, where r of x is the x radius and r of y is the y radius. Example: sketch the graph of x minus 4 over 3 squared plus y plus 1 over 5 squared equals 1. The center is at 4, negative 1. The radius, x radius, is plus a negative 3. The y radius is plus a negative 5. And we sketch the curves. General form of an ellipse. Sketch the graph of 4x squared plus 9y squared minus 16x plus 90y plus 205 equals 0. We have to rewrite the equation by grouping the x's, grouping the y's, and subtracting 205 from 0. Next, we factor out the coefficient by dividing the coefficient by the group. Then we use completing the square to simplify. Next, we use the product of the coefficients 9 and 4, which is 36, and we divide it by the entire equation, which gives us our final equation: x minus 2 over 3 squared plus y plus 5 over 2 squared equal 1. This concludes our lesson on ellipses. Join me next week and we'll be discussing parabolas. See you then.